Hey, I am Izzy Noodles and welcome back to the Imprisoned Spirits. We are in this level called A Time to Laugh, so let me give you the tour. So obviously straight ahead there is a guy and we need to find a corpse hand, and there's also this cutscene that I forgot about. So, random Yeti, not sure what that is actually about, but there he is. Also, this area can seem a bit daunting. It's not really a big area. I think the problem that I get mixed up with is that it's kind of symmetrical in a way, so I just forget which side I need to be on. So, we are currently on the west. So, there's an opening there. And actually there's another one right at the far wall in the corner. And if I come along here I will spawn some wraiths. I'll also try and keep showing you what's what while I'm moving about. So you do have some platforms. So obviously you cannot step there, that's deadly. And there's a gate. Let me just get rid of these spirits. So the gate was actually just in the corner. And we won't need that until a bit later. So, and here's the tiki. So directly straight that way is the way we came from, just so you know whereabouts I am. So this area can seem confusing, it's simple enough, but it's actually simple enough to get mixed up here as well. So now let me come to the east side. So there's an opening in the far corner, and just like there was a gate in the corner on the other side, there is one just here as well. And as I come down here, there will be more wraiths that spawn spirits. And I'm not going to stop, but in the middle of all the fiery stuff, there was actually a gem that we could get, and there's another opening left, just there. I'm not really taking my time to point things out, I'm sorry. I'm being chased. Okay, so firstly I'm going to start off on the east side, so run all the way back. I'm going to go get that gem that I mentioned was on that pedestal. So run all the way into the corner and we can hop up here and then jump across. So you see this big opening here, there's also one across the way, and there is a receptacle for a bloodstone. So we will actually need to find 2 bloodstones at some point and place one over here and then one right across on the other side, but that's not just yet. So we're going to get this stone that's over here first. This is a spirit stone. Okay, so just grab that and hop back across, and we can use this right at the far end in the opening in the corner here. Okay, so we can place it here and the door will open, and as you can see there is a demon behind the gate. So before you use your stone to open the gate, make sure you grab your shotgun shells. Make sure your shotgun is handy. And then when you're ready, place the spirit stone. So this is another one that's just a one-shot situation. And then in this room, come all the way to the back, and we can open this door with the crowbar. And there is an important item here on this pedestal. We've got a cogwheel. And last time the level we were in was A Time to Weep, and the cogwheels were called Wheel of Crying. And in this level they are called Wheel of Laughing, because the level is called A Time to Laugh. So anyway, once you've picked up everything in that room, you can return, and then we can go and find where we're going to place this cogwheel, because that is what we're going to do next. So we're going to head across to the other side of the room now. I mean, this big room is what I mean by the room. Oh, a bit of lag there for me, for some reason. Because I'm recording, I suppose. Oh, and also somewhere in the middle of all this water is a spike trap, so just be aware. It does trigger before you get near it, so that's good, because then you will see it. But we're going to get across to the other side here now, so obviously we can use these platforms. And let me just mention these doors while I'm here. So these doors that are on the west side of the room can be opened from outside, and the ones on the opposite side will only open if you are on the inside. So this is actually a return path for later. These doors are actually really annoying in this way. I'll explain more when we get there. But right now, hop across. And then run down all the way into the far corner. And we're going to come up into here. So just to the left there is a door that leads to the other opening through there, and that's actually a very annoying door. It doesn't open until you don't need it to open, but more on that later. We've got this door, and if we have a look, this is where we can place our cogwheel. So we need to get the door open. Grab these shotgun shells and then pull out your shotgun. Got a couple of these demons. Hello. There we go. Okay, unsuccessful shots there, but it's fine. So now come all the way to the far end, and we can see a lever there. So that's the lever that's going to open the door. And let me just point out, you can go down there. There's actually an opening in the corner. You can't see it very well because it all blends in with the grey walls, but there's another room down there, but I won't go there till much later because we don't need to just yet. So use the rope. Whoa, that was close. And then pull the lever. Cool beans. So now the gate's open, we can go and place the cogwheel. Okay, so just rush again to the other end. Okay, and let's place our cog. Okay, so now this next door is open and we can see we have found one of the bloodstones that we need. And also on this wall there's another set of cogs. We need to find another cogwheel. And if we have a look, see what's through the gate, we can see another bloodstone. And there's another wall of cogs, so yet another one. So this bit kind of annoys me. So you need to keep coming back here once you have found a cog. It's just the backtracking that bothers me, but there's not too much of it in this game in general, so I suppose I can forgive it. So now the gate that I said that doesn't open till you need it to you don't need it to open. We're gonna go to the other side of that gate, so careful with that jump, because I nearly died just there. And we're gonna come in here. So there's the gate. Would have been handy if it was open, but it's okay. And then there we go. So just ride the elevator up once you have placed your bloodstone. Okay, and come on through. This gate will open when you approach it, but do be careful because we've got some jumps to do, so don't go running off the edge. Okay, so the jumps are pretty straightforward. I'm going to do a running jump with a grab. You don't have to grab for this, she actually will land on here, but you are lined up a little bit better if you grab and then climb up. So we're going to do a load of standing jumps, and then running jump, and again running jump. Cool beans. Okay, so be warned, in here there will be a jump scare. What? Okay, that was weird. But yep, that's crazy frightening stuff. So, in here is a second cogwheel. So just grab that from the pedestal. And then a gate in this room is open so that we can leave. Here it is. Okay, and once we get to here, we don't need to go forward because that's actually a return path from a different room. So both these return paths lead to the exit, so come along here. This is how we're going to get out of here. I don't recall ever having seen that. I really don't think I've seen that before. That's kind of weird. Anyway, we are on the other side of these two gates now. So this one I opened from the opposite side. You can only open this one that's on the west side from the outside of this passage. And if you actually try to leave that way, the gates will close. You will trigger them to close if you approach. So I won't waste my time going down there. And actually, hang on. Just want to point out that this is how we leave the level. Across there in the darkness where that Yeti went in the opening scene, there's actually lava through there at the moment, so we can't leave that way, but we will eventually turn it to water when it's time to leave. So just so you know, this is here. Anyway, so now we can leave this passage by coming to the east side. And these gates only open from inside this passage. They do not open from outside. So these doors do annoy me in that sense. And also we want to now be on the east side. So we actually have to go all the way around when we could have just gone right there. Okay, so we're going to place the cogwheel we've just picked up. So do these jumps again. And then follow this all the way to the far end. and then come into the cogwheel room section. And here we go. Nope. Okay, so now we can grab our second bloodstone. And we can use this on the opposite side of where we used our first one. So I'm gonna come this way this time, just because I can. And so, because we've already used one there, we cannot use it here. So that's why I'm going to go across to the other side of the room. Okay, so hop up and across to here. And here we can place our second bloodstone. So we've got another elevator. Okay, so when you are at the top, come on through, and we don't have any deadly jumps this time, it's just one long walkway, really long walkway. Okay, and this gate will open when you approach it. And there are no jump scares this time, no demons gonna jump out. But there is a ladder right here, so we're gonna start climbing upwards. So we need to do some really tricky jumps. So behind Lara there is a ledge, so when you are at the top, I believe she actually will carry on climbing, but you don't need to go any further, and make sure you shimmy along, because if you try to flip back, there's actually a wall by that gap, and Lara will just hit herself on the wall and fall down. There we go. So we've got these burners, and you can see on the other side the pedestal with our third cogwheel. So these jumps are actually very tricky. You can stand on the very corners of these fire platforms, but you can't actually move at all. So you can stand there, but no moving about. So that makes it tricky. We have to actually shimmy and just go along the edges. So firstly, make sure your back is against the wall here, and I'm going to save. Okay, and then just do a standing jump and grab the edge. So shimmy all the way around into the far corner here, as far as you can shimmy. And pull up. So now we're going to aim for the front edge of that middle burner in the middle. So these jumps are actually very difficult because you can't even see where you're jumping to. So have Lara, so one of her feet is on, you see the round part of the design on this platform, on the tile. One foot wants to be on that, and one foot wants to be in the corner. And then you can jump forward and then veer ever so slightly at the last moment. Did I save? I know I saved before the first jump. Whatever, I'll do it. Okay, so forward and then veer slightly at the last moment and grab at the last moment. Nope. So it looks like I didn't veer soon enough. There we go, that took actually quite a lot more attempts than usual. I mean, the first time I played it did take a lot of attempts, but I actually did get the knack, and I was doing it very well. But not today. That would be the curse of recording. So, same thing again to that one. Yeah, I didn't grab soon enough, I forgot to grab. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, and then you can just grab the cogwheel. So hop down now, you will take quite a bit of damage. Actually, that wasn't a lot. And this gate opens once you've picked that up. Okay, and we're back here. Last time we came from that direction, and so this time we came from the other direction. So again, come along this way so that we can leave. Come through these gates specifically, because we can't go through the others. And now run all the way across to the other side of the room so that we can place our third cogwheel. Okay, so for the final time, come into this room all the way to the end and place the Wheel of Laughing. Okay, so that door is actually down in the pit, so I didn't go there yet, and now we can go there. So if you come all the way across to the opposite side where we pulled the lever to open that door, I mean the door to the cog room. So now you can drop down. I will just drop a little bit further along in case I take a bit too much damage. And we can come through to here. So there's not a lot in here. There's the gates we've opened, and there is a secret. So obviously there's the gates, and just come to the right hand side because we can climb up into this crawl space and grab a secret. Okay, and the secret is another revolver. So even if you already have the weapon, don't forget that it counts as extra ammo. Okay, so now we can come through to the gates. And here is our corpse's hand. So once we pick these up, we will be chased by spirits and we'll have to run all the way back to that watery area where the tiki is. So you might want to save, especially if you're trying the no meds challenge. Okay, and when you're ready, so this bit can be tricky simply because we've also got those steps to try and jump up. So something like this is the place where you're going to take loads of damage. and the section where we placed that bloodstone, the first one, because you've got some slopes and you're going to end up possibly hitting the slopes right behind me. So just jump, do your best. Okay, hit the slopes. So the more diagonally you jump from the corner, the more likely you can miss the slopes. I can't remember which side of the room. I think it's over here. Yeah, I think I've just seen that guy waiting for his hand. Here we go. So that was actually pretty good. I did pretty good with that today. Because sometimes I've actually only got a centimetre of life left. But now we've got the corpse's hand, we can give it to him. Oh, mind the spike trap. Okay. There's the spike trap. So that's the lava area that I mentioned, and now it's water. So now we can exit that way. So to get there, we want to go east. Is it east? Am I correct? I think I'm lost. Yeah, I'm on the wrong side. Okay, want to go west. Okay, and then down towards the gates that are going to open, but they are actually already open because I stood here earlier. Okay, and now we can come through to the exit area, so just run across. Okay, and here we are. So this used to be all lava. And be careful when you come into this room, because you've got this deadly pit just here, but if you look down you can also see there's a gap. So there's a secret down there. So I'm going to grab the secret. You can also see there is this on this pedestal. I'll get that on the way back. So to grab the secret, just run forward and hold action, and you'll slide into the gap. Nice. So we do have some shotgun shells, we've got some Uzis, and an awful lot of Uzi ammo. There's actually 3 pickups of Uzi ammo just here, so make sure you grab them all. And a large medpack. And to get out of here, we can actually just climb straight up here. Okie dokie, so just be careful when you come out because the pit is right in front of you. And we have our second dragon key. So we just need one more. So slide down and we will leave that level. We are back in the intersecting level. Okay, so that's shown us that a new door has opened up to us, so we can enter a new level, and that is where we are heading. So it's actually straight across to the other side of the bridge, straight over. So if you're not sure, you can see the design on the tile above the doorway. You see the cross. So they all have a different design, they're not all the same. So that's how you can tell if you want to have a look without running all the way forward. And we are in the next level. So I will leave it here for today, just a one level video today, because the next one is actually going to be quite long. So I will see you there. Take it easy, guys and girls.